after collision, half the velocity at best. So it's just saying the best you could possibly do when you're hitting a two mass is give it all of the momentum. So that's the best you could do, is have a complete transfer. And as I pointed out, you can't expect a perfect transfer because it's uneven masses and it's a little tricky. All right, at best, in this situation, all the initial momentum is transferred to the 2K object. Yeah, and I never claimed that was possible. And why does it say half the velocity at best? He's clearly quoting exactly what I said. That's the best you could possibly expect, is to get all the momentum in. I never suggested you could expect that as an outcome. Therefore, the 1K has no momentum after the collision. This isn't something I asserted as how the experiment comes out. I never stated that. When I did it on my porch, it didn't come out that way. So he says, this is his assertion, this is wrong because in reality, the 1K object will always bounce back. Well, do you know that they always bounce back? Do you have a fucking goddamn proof that that happens in the first place? But anyway, it was never my assertion. My assertion was you had to conserve the momentum. So nowhere in here do you say, Gary overtly and directly asserts you have to conserve the momentum. So whatever you have after, doesn't matter what direction it's going, it has to be all of the momentum. If you got all of the energy from the one object into the other object, it would go, as Professor Lewin overtly says, twice the mass, half the velocity. All right, so he says again, the momentum is now less than the initial momentum, which I never claimed would be possible. So again, just completely lie about what I've overtly and directly said. I mean, he's just such a scumbag. According to Gary, the remaining momentum is stored in the bounce back of the 1K object. It isn't stored, it's obviously being released. Half the a piece of the momentum stays in the object and it goes back. That's right, you throw a ball at the brick wall and it bounces back. You don't call that stored. Oh, you fucking asshole. And you know, the whole point is this guy speaks enough English that he can make this video instead of this crap. So this is another way for him to not take accountability for the lying he's doing by actually speaking his lies. If you're gonna lie, you ought to have the balls to at least make your lies with your own fucking voice, your own face, you fucking lying sack of shit. All right, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, it doesn't, the way you've described it, which is nothing like how I described it. So you're just lying about what I said, okay, and contriving some excuse that you can say, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, that's not what I said, you fucking liar. All right, let's see. So because the outgoing velocity is precisely half the speed. So again, I never said it leaves at precisely half the speed. So he quotes me as saying at best, and then he says somehow I said it precisely leaves at half the speed. Never said that. It didn't happen on my porch when I did the fucking experiment. Just a fucking lie. All right, so that's enough of that crap. I just can't believe after all this bullshit, after the 400